Imagine viewing the world as a giant competition, where your worth is constantly measured against others. Every interaction becomes a test, a chance to prove your superiority or lament your victimhood. This is the reality for individuals with narcissistic personality disorder, a condition characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. While these traits may appear superficial, they often mask deep-seated insecurities and a fragile sense of self. This essay delves into the complex world of narcissism, exploring why these individuals engage in manipulative tactics like playing the victim. We'll uncover the motivations behind these behaviors and offer practical advice on how to protect yourself from their harmful effects. At the core of narcissism lies a profound need for control. Narcissists often feel threatened by the successes and achievements of others, perceiving them as a challenge to their own inflated sense of self. They crave validation and admiration, needing constant reassurance of their importance. This insatiable desire for control stems from a deep-seated insecurity and a fear of being ordinary or inadequate. To compensate for these vulnerabilities, narcissists construct a carefully curated persona, characterized by grandiosity and a sense of entitlement. They may exaggerate their accomplishments, belittle others to elevate themselves, or demand constant attention and praise. This need for control extends to their relationships, where they often seek to dominate and manipulate those around them. Their interactions are transactional, focused on what they can gain from others, rather than on genuine connection or empathy. The online survival crafting game Once Human provides a compelling analogy for understanding narcissistic behavior. In the game, players navigate a post-apocalyptic world, scavenging for resources, battling enemies, and constantly striving to survive. Similarly, narcissists often perceive the world as a hostile and competitive environment where they must fight for their place. They see relationships as a zero-sum game, believing that for them to win, others must lose. Just as players in Once Human compete for limited resources, narcissists vie for attention, admiration, and control. They view any perceived slight or criticism as a personal attack, a threat to their carefully constructed sense of self. This constant need to prove their worth and maintain their superiority fuels their manipulative tactics and their tendency to play the victim. For narcissists, every interaction is a calculated move in their game of survival. They approach each conversation and relationship with a strategic mindset, always thinking several steps ahead. They are masters of manipulation, adept at reading people and exploiting their weaknesses. Their ability to analyze and understand human behavior allows them to manipulate situations to their advantage. They may shower you with attention and flattery, only to withdraw it suddenly to keep you hooked and insecure. This push-and-pull tactic is designed to create dependency and keep you off balance. They might play the role of the charming and charismatic individual, using their social skills to gain your trust and admiration. Their charm is often irresistible, making it easy for them to draw people in. However, beneath this carefully constructed facade lies a deep-seated need for control and a lack of genuine empathy. They may appear friendly and caring, but their true intentions are often self-serving. Narcissists are skilled at twisting situations to their advantage, often projecting their own insecurities and flaws onto others. This tactic helps them maintain their image while deflecting any criticism. They may accuse you of being jealous or insecure when you challenge their behavior, deflecting responsibility and maintaining their position of power. This deflection is a common strategy to avoid accountability. This constant maneuvering and manipulation can leave you feeling emotionally drained and questioning your own sanity. The relentless psychological games can erode your self-confidence and sense of reality, making it difficult to trust your own perceptions. Section 5. Playing the victim, a master manipulation tactic. One of the most insidious tactics employed by narcissists is playing the victim. This tactic is particularly effective because it preys on the empathy and compassion of others, turning these positive traits into tools for manipulation. When confronted with their own wrongdoings or held accountable for their actions, they may shift the blame, portraying themselves as the injured party. This deflection not only confuses the situation, but also redirects the focus away from their misdeeds. They might exaggerate their own suffering, minimizing or denying the pain they've inflicted on others. By doing so, they create a narrative where they appear to be the ones who are wronged, rather than the ones who have caused harm. They may even fabricate stories to elicit sympathy and support, painting themselves as innocent victims of circumstance or the malicious actions of others. These fabricated tales are often filled with dramatic details designed to evoke strong emotional responses. This manipulation tactic serves several purposes. It not only deflects attention from their own behavior, but also manipulates the emotions of those around them. By playing the victim, narcissists deflect responsibility for their actions, avoiding accountability and maintaining their sense of righteousness. This allows them to continue their behavior without facing the consequences. They also garner sympathy and support from others, reinforcing their belief that they are special and deserving of special treatment. This support can come in the form of emotional, social, or even financial assistance. Furthermore, playing the victim allows them to control the narrative, shaping how others perceive them and the situation. By controlling the story, they can manipulate the perceptions and actions of those around them, ensuring that they remain in a position of power and influence. Section 6. Real-life scenarios. Recognizing the pattern. The manipulative tactics of narcissists can manifest in various real-life scenarios, often leaving their victims feeling confused and powerless. In romantic relationships, a narcissistic partner may shower you with attention and affection early on, creating an illusion of a perfect relationship, only to become controlling and emotionally abusive later. They may belittle your accomplishments, sabotage your goals, or isolate you from friends and family to maintain their control. This isolation can make it difficult for you to seek help or even recognize the abuse. In the workplace, a narcissistic boss might take credit for your ideas, publicly humiliate you for minor mistakes, or constantly shift blame to avoid taking responsibility for their own shortcomings. This can lead to a toxic work environment. They may create a toxic work environment where employees feel anxious, undervalued, and afraid to speak up. The constant fear of retribution can stifle creativity and productivity. In friendships, a narcissistic friend may dominate conversations, dismiss your feelings, or constantly seek validation and attention. They often make you feel like your role is to support them, not the other way around. They may become jealous of your successes or use your vulnerabilities against you to maintain their sense of superiority. Recognizing these patterns is the first step towards protecting yourself from their toxic influence. Section 7. Protecting yourself. Setting boundaries and prioritizing your well-being. Protecting yourself from the manipulative tactics of narcissists requires setting firm boundaries and prioritizing your own well-being. Narcissists thrive on control and manipulation, so it's essential to establish clear limits on what you're willing to tolerate. This might involve saying no to unreasonable demands, refusing to engage in arguments that go nowhere, or limiting contact with the individual. It's also crucial to recognize and challenge their attempts to manipulate you. Don't be afraid to call out their lies, exaggerations, or attempts to play the victim. Remember that you are not responsible for their feelings or their choices. Their behavior is a reflection of their own insecurities and issues, not yours. Section 8. Breaking free. Recognizing your strength and seeking support. Breaking free from the influence of a narcissist can be challenging, but it's essential for your emotional well-being. Recognize that you deserve to be treated with respect and dignity. Don't allow their manipulative tactics to erode your self-worth or your belief in your own judgment. Seek support from trusted friends, family members, or a therapist. Sharing your experiences with others can provide validation, perspective, and guidance as you navigate this challenging situation. A therapist can also equip you with coping mechanisms and strategies for setting boundaries and protecting yourself from further manipulation. Section 9. Conclusion. Moving forward with confidence. Dealing with a narcissist can be a draining and emotionally taxing experience. It's important to remember that you are not alone. Millions of people have been affected by narcissistic behavior. and there are resources available to help you heal and move forward. By understanding the motivations behind their actions, recognizing their manipulative tactics, and prioritizing your own well-being, you can break free from their control and rebuild your life with confidence and self-love. Section 10. A final word: you are not alone. Remember, you are not to blame for a narcissist's behavior. Their actions are a reflection of their own internal struggles and insecurities. You deserve to be treated with respect, empathy, and kindness. By prioritizing your own well-being, setting firm boundaries, and seeking support when needed, you can navigate the challenges posed by narcissistic individuals and create a healthier, happier life for yourself.